Hey everybody, this is Hanna from Dazzling Books, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my most relatable fictional characters of all time. And this is a really exciting video, and I know that this is the right platform for this because I've been talking about this with my friends and on Instagram, but I feel like you guys will understand this better because I feel like you guys are fangirls, you guys are somebody who likes to watch a lot of movies and also read a lot of books, and you know that feeling when you watch movie or book and then you find that person who reflects a lot of who you are or who's just literally you on screen. So these are those characters for me. They made me feel seen, and I can relate to them a lot, and I can see myself going through the things that they go through. So without further ado, these are the 5 characters. Yes, there are 5, and as I go up the list, I feel like I'm gonna talk about the characters more. So let's just start. At number 5, I have Jane Villanueva from Jane the Virgin, the TV show. I don't look like Jane, I don't go through the things that Jane go through, but some things like in her I just relate to deeply. The beliefs that Jane grew up with and how those beliefs made her mindset and made her the person that she was, the assumptions and also the experiences she had because of those beliefs that she grew up with was very similar to me. Her love for books and specifically romance was also very relatable to me, and the fact that she is a type A person, she likes to like really get down to business and is really hardworking and likes to plan ahead and get stressed out when there is no plan. I can relate to that. Jane is way better at understanding people and understanding situations and just caring for people. Because I see a lot of myself in Jane, I can see myself doing what Jane does and possibly learning from how she handles the situation and also how she cares for people. So that's really special for me. The next character for me, coming at number 4, is Amy Santiago from the TV show Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not only I love the show, but in particular I love Amy Santiago and how the showrunners portray Amy, because Amy is the type A person. Again, she is really good at her job. She likes to wear suits, and sometimes she doesn't look cool in it, like she looks extremely basic, and she can get really obsessive, she can get really uptight sometimes. She's sometimes an obvious teacher's pet, and she likes to impress the authority in the place that she works in. She's not afraid of showing how much she loves knowledge and or acquiring knowledge and organizing stuff and just being a really good nerd and like being turned on by things that are nerdy as well. For her to be like that and not become like the joke or like the person who's unlikable is very important. In a lot of ways I see Hermione in her, except that Amy is more relatable to me than Hermione is. Coming at number 3 is a figure that is quite popular in the booktube world, and that is Kath from Fangirl. Anybody who is a girl and is introverted and has social anxiety and understand the fangirl culture can relate to Kath. When I met her, or when I was reading Fangirl for the first time, that was the moment that I was recognized. Like a lot of me was recognized when I saw how she interact with people and how her social anxiety manifests in these tendencies or these things that she was afraid to do or afraid to say, or the awkwardness of the situation made me feel okay with my own social anxiety, because she turned out to be okay. At times I don't really understand why I was like feeling these things or like saying these things and feeling like that was really wrong. Like, why did I do that? What's wrong with me? And it turns out that Kath felt the same way because of her social anxiety, so that made me feel very seen. Also, Kath is a fangirl, as the title suggests, and for me to find her at that certain moment when I was reading about her was very important, but I felt like it's a little bit too late. But at the same time I was very happy. What I mean is because like I have the tendency to just obsess over things and like show my excitement for things like movies and characters and like Taylor Swift. So the people around me didn't understand, like, why are you so obsessed with Twilight? Why do you need to watch Harry Potter every Christmas? Why do you look like you're so proud when you hear Taylor Swift in public? Like those things. And Kath understood that. Kath had a different persona and a different world. Being a fanfic writer on the internet and being famous for that. She also had friends from the internet that she's never met, and those things really mattered to me when I was reading them. I have this channel and I don't really want real life people to know about it at first, like I didn't talk about it, but now I'm just like, watch my stuff on YouTube. Every time I upload a video, I would announce it everywhere I can or feel comfortable with. I don't know, in real life when I meet people though, I don't talk about it. I feel somewhat ashamed of it, and I don't feel like people will understand it or they will judge me for like having this thing on the internet. And Kath knew that. I heard the hesitancy from people who I know in real life who don't understand why I would be open to people on the internet. It's just fake, it's not real, it's just the internet. And I don't feel like that's true, because I do have friends on the internet that I haven't met in person but felt real connections with, or like somebody who I've only met twice but like connected fully on the internet, and I feel like it's real. Like I know them, like I just know them. And Kath had the same kind of like problem and also worry and also defensiveness for her relationships with people that she knew from the internet, and that was real. The next character for me is Kestrel from the Winner's Curse trilogy by Mary Rutkoski. Probably talked about her before. That's just because she's one of my favorite characters. Kestrel is probably an INTJ in the MBTI personalities, and I am also an INTJ. She's probably a Slither Claw as well, because she's really ambitious, she's really loyal to the people that she likes, what she loves. She's cunning. I really see myself having similar tendencies or thoughts as Kestrel as I was reading the book. So I was like, oh my god, this person is me. In every turn where I would think this is what I would do, that's what she does. And sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes it doesn't feel right, but that's how she thinks, and I like her for that. I like her for being who she was. You're coming to an end. This is the number one. This was the one that came into my life the latest, but it was like a mind-blowing experience. So this character is Molly from Booksmart. It was insane for me. I saw the movie and I saw Molly as my high school self. She had this lifelong plan, and like she was determined to like not mess up the plan and like be really focused on her schoolwork. And even she looks down a little bit on the people who look like they're not taking school as seriously as them. She feels like, oh, I've done all of this great work, so I should be rewarded and I should be the one who gets the best. But then she realizes that the people who don't look as serious as her also get into good colleges and also get the things that she thinks they don't deserve, because they don't look as serious as she was. The shift in mindset for her to realize, holy heck, what did I think? Like, what was I thinking? She loosens up. She realizes that she doesn't have to be perfect or so serious all the time. I saw that movie and I was like, oh my god. Sometimes she would say something or she would treat somebody a certain way and I'm like, that's me. It also makes me realize that because she resembles my high school me so much. I realized how I've changed from that, and that made me want to cry at the end of the movie. By the way, the movie had 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I think you should find a way to watch it, okay? I also cannot believe the fact that on the Instagram, like the Booksmart MOVIE Instagram, they literally says how Molly, like a Slytherin and a Ravenclaw mix of personality. Me too. There were 2 costumes in the movie worn by Molly that I also own a version of. I'm not kidding. I was like, I have that outfit in my closet right now. And then she changed to this jumpsuit and I was like, I have that in my wardrobe as well. That's crazy. So we're at the end of the list. Those are the characters for me, the ones who I hold dear to my heart, the one I will go back to if I want to see a certain part of me, or if I want to be comforted, because I know that these characters have a lot of the similar qualities that I have, and they made it through their stories, the things that they did. So I can as well when I look at them and remember their stories. So what about you? Who are the characters that really reflect who you are in books, or maybe in movies, or maybe in TV shows? And what if you haven't found them yet? I wish that you can read and watch more movies and more films now, as representation are getting more and more seriously taking into mind when they were producing stuff. I hope that you will find yours. I guess this was a sharing from me personally, but it's also kind of a disguised recommendation of what to watch and what to read, because these TV shows and books that I mentioned, or like the characters are from, are really excellent. Watch them if you have time. I hope you like them as well. Let me know if you do decide to watch them. I will meet you in the comment section down below, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.